My name is Jalen Kale. You can check out my newest album, Back to the Basics, on all streaming platforms, wherever you enjoy getting your music at. But uh, new music videos will also be accompanying this album, so keep your eye out over on my YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe. All 12 songs will have a music video eventually, so if you see this before all of them are out, be sure to stay tuned for more.
I'm Theo Kale. Uh, I make short films and movies. You can check my stuff out at Glasshouse Films 8 on YouTube. And if you want to get in contact with me about potentially being in any films or anything, the link to my Instagram and everything should be in the comments below of whatever video you're watching of ours. So, yeah, that's really it.
Welcome back to the Two Tone Podcast, episode number 68. We are one episode away from our original mission when we first started the podcast of 69 episodes. So stick with us to see if we surpass 69 or if this is the end. Anyways, my name is Jalen Kill. Alongside me, as always,
Theo Kale.
how you been this week, kid? What you been up to?
Mostly working. Been working on storyboarding still. Takes a while.
Right. Anything
Living life.
anything exciting with the storyboard?
Not really.
Pretty
Yeah.
run of the mill.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm.
That's all good. So, with the storyboarding, we were talking to what's his name? Aiden, the kid at the open mic.
Yeah.
Was it Aiden that was talking to you about it?
I think his name was Aiden, the white kid.
Yeah.
I think his name.
You got talking to the microphone there, kid.
Yes, I think his name was Aiden.
There you go. See, I told you to move it in front of you so you ain't gotta keep doing one of those. Make your life a little easier. Anyways, so we was talking to Aiden about short films and whatnot, and I didn't really catch the entire conversation, but he was talking about like making a YouTube video series or some shit. What was he talking about?
He was talking about him and his friend. They want to write, or they write. They're writing skits, but they don't have anybody to like film it or anything.
Right.
So they were basically like, or he was just talking about how they make skits and stuff, and I mean, he said that he's uploaded some stuff, but not like everything that he's thought of yet.
Right. I feel like especially in with like comedic kind of stuff,
Yeah,
I'd assume it's like comedic kind of skits, but
yeah, he's more into comedy
right.
side of filmmaking and stuff like that.
Right, I'm about to say. I was gonna say, like, you don't want to take your time and flush out every joke, So I can kind of like understand, you have a few in the chamber, and you're like, I don't know if it's really, worth going through all the production and stuff of actually making this, but
Yeah,
that's cool. We'll have to figure out his YouTube or whatever.
He's interested in like acting also, but
Oh hell yeah.
he's more writing right as of right now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's all he's been up to. I think. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Either way, about to say. So when you walked in, you said, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Got the microphone going everywhere. So when you walked in, you said you have some things to talk about. So lay 'em on me. Pause. Tell me what you're thinking.
Grammys.
Oh shit! What about the Grammys?
Did you see what Kanye's wife was wearing?
Or not wearing was the problem.
But yeah,
I'll be here all week, guys. But yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. Like Jaden Smith with the little foam house on his head or whatever it was.
yeah.
That was wild. Fucking Kendrick with the Canadian tuxedo. Just one last little jab at Drake, you know. It's finally over. Drake lost the battle.
Is it finally over though? He has a Super Bowl coming up.
Well, Kendrick does. That's just like the
He
final nail in the coffin.
He could do something there. So I
Who?
don't know. Kendrick.
Well, he's already won. He doesn't really have to do anything. Especially at the Super Bowl, they can't just be like, all right, so play that shit. And then it's a dun 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 dun. They not like us. Imagine if the whole Super Bowl, boom 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 boom. They not like us. They not like us. Drake sitting in the back just. I can't have anything, dog.
Well, I mean, he could still do something. And just dig Drake even more.
That's what I'm
into a
saying.
hole.
Like, I really wouldn't put it past Kendrick to do something like that, but I don't think they would allow it. I feel like the Super Bowl is like a whole produced show now. It's like every second's accounted for, so you can't really just like go off cuff and be like, I'm gonna take 10 seconds to be like, this white Drake a bitch, you know, or imagine he plays like Euphoria.
But I mean, like the Grammys is produced.
Well, yeah, but he didn't perform. He just got his award for what was it, album of the year, or artist of the year, or whatever it was.
Something like that.
But
This happened a few weeks ago, but David Lynch, R.I.P.
I don't know who it is, honestly.
He's a director. He made a
Oh yeah, yeah. You were telling me about him. Was it last week or a couple weeks ago now?
yeah.
What did he even make? Yeah, I meant to say.
He made Dune, the original Dune. He made Eraserhead. He made some other stuff. I can't remember exactly. I'll look real quick.
I must say I'm not familiar with him at all. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I must say I couldn't even recognize the name if you. It sounds like just a regular ass guy name, but
He made the Fablemans.
into the mic guy.
He made the Fablemans, I think, or he was in it, one or the other. Yeah, I mean, made a lot of films.
Well, shit. R.I.P. I didn't even know the guy.
Yeah,
But
his most popular are Dune and Eraserhead. He made the Blue Velvet, but you probably don't know what that is.
you would be correct.
He made the Elephant Man, but you probably don't know what that is.
Correct again.
But yeah,
R.I.P.
I think he made. It says he made two, or he either made or was in Twin Peaks.
The restaurant.
No, the film.
Never
the TV
seen it.
show.
Oh.
He was in it. He was a. Oh, wait. Yeah, he was in it. He was the FBI director.
Gotcha.
FBI deputy director.
You
Sorry
got
for hitting the
anything? Any other exciting topics to
mic.
bring up this week? Anything happening in the wild world of TT? That was a mouthful, but
There's a bunch of games that are coming out here. They're gonna be fun to play.
what kind of games you into?
I mean, a lot. Just depends on what it like. GTA 6 is supposed to come out this year.
Hopefully, fucking
Uh,
fingers crossed, dog.
There's a game that's gonna be coming out called Kingmakers. Looks fun. Like a sandbox type of like medieval future battle thing.
Oh, is that one where like you could pick different
You
like
can
armies and shit and battle them together? It's like the realistic looking one,
yeah, but like it's
or like you can time travel and be
yeah,
like
time travel
yeah,
is a big part of it. That says it's coming out this year. Uh Mafia, the old country is coming out this year.
Mafia's still going.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I haven't played Mafia since like the 360.
Um Dune Awakening's coming out this year.
Any films you're excited for that are supposed to come out this year, or anything
Not that I know of.
in the films? What's it called? In the theaters now. I honestly couldn't tell you what's in the
Not
theaters right now. I don't really pay attention that much.
I mean, there's a film with Jenna Ortega in the weekend, but
Of course, this motherfucker gonna see the
I'm
Jenna
probably not
Ortega.
gonna go see it though.
Okay.
Um, WWE 2K25 is coming out this year.
Ball out.
Looks like it's gonna be fun, especially with all the new stuff that's coming out with it, or that's gonna be in it this year. All the new wrestlers, and apparently we can go into third person mode, which is your camera view is third person of whoever you choose.
Like a FPS kind of thing, or I guess it'd be TPS, but like a shooter kind of game where you're like kind of like GTA.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That'd be interesting.
There might be a first person mode in it, but I'm not sure.
That could be interesting for sure.
In the fuck showcase is the Bloodline, and you can do like dream matches between uh people that are in the Bloodline versus whoever you want. I think
Do like the new
they might have a
Bloodline
selected
versus
list, but
do like the new blood or the new Bloodline versus like Rikishi and fucking Umaga and all them.
yeah, I
That'd be
think
fried
so.
as fuck.
I don't know. There's a bunch of new. There's gonna be a bunch of new locations this year. They gave us a parking lot location to fight in.
I'm about to say I missed like the really good backstage brawl where you could like walk from the entrance into the back and then go there and then like you go left or right and it was like a whole fucking
Yeah.
map you could explore down there.
There's also going to be a section for, or there's going to be a backyard, or not backyard, backstage section that you can go to for the warehouse where they keep all the memorabilia from WWE.
Oh, that could be interesting.
They're
All
putting
sorts of different weapons and shit.
yeah, they're putting glass panels into the game, so you can now slam people through glass panels.
Damn. It's about to be fucking violent.
Yeah. It looks fun. I can't wait to play as like Penta,
Yeah, for sure.
but I don't know if he's gonna be DLC. He may not, or he may be DLC. He may not.
I'm about to say now that you got the fancy Xbox, all the new games that you buy, there's like the Xbox XS version, and
Yeah,
I'm sitting here on the regular Xbox One, and I'm like, wish I could play fucking what was it, 2K25 or NCAA 25 when it came out. It's like a new console exclusive.
I mean,
I don't understand why they didn't make it backwards compatible. Like it could have made so much more money.
because they're bringing in new consoles here soon.
Boo.
That's why.
Already?
Yeah, I mean you could come over and play it whenever you want. It's not like
Well, right, but that's a whole trip I had to make. I could just boot it up right here, crawl out of bed.
I mean if
But
I ever get another one, I'll give you the one that I have.
when the Xbox, what do you think they'll go with at their Xbox One X and S, and
Probably Xbox One Z. I don't
hopefully some fucking cooler than. I don't understand why they didn't go Xbox 360, Xbox 720, Xbox. Was it what would it be 720, 1080?
because that'd be weird.
Xbox 1440.
Imagine you're trying to talk to somebody about like uh what type of film you want to make. You're like, I want it to be in 1080p, and they're like, you talking about the Xbox? Xbox 1080?
That's fried.
Like, no, I'm talking about 1080p.
That would be some dumb shit, like the have you played the new Xbox fucking 3629 or whatever just however it exponentially goes up. I don't know the math that quickly, but that would be fried as fuck.
Graphics card in that one is gonna be crazy.
Oh, it's actually a machine you just step into and you play the game with your actual life.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
I'm
Type
sure
shit.
that's going to become some kind of like gambling thing in the future. Like people are like, all right, so I can't just watch the sport anymore. I have to become part of the sport, and we're gonna like fucking
Yeah, like
like
when
Ready Player One type shit for
we
real.
start watching like the NFL, and they like machines that put you inside of the football player, that so you're playing football,
Right.
but you're inside of the machine playing a game. It'd be so fucking crazy.
It's like one of those omnidirectional pads. You just run and then
You got like the
turn
fucking
360.
you got like the kinetic suits or whatever, where you
Yeah.
feel everything.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I feel like I really don't know where how much further technologically can we achieve. I feel like we're kind of
I mean, technically, we're at a so there's different types of like societies that that scientists think
right.
about, and it's like society A, society B, society C. Society A is the lowest, and we're supposedly the lowest society in the universe. Like we don't have like all the shit that other societies have.
Interesting.
What people say, but
I would say I was watching this video the other day, and it was explaining why like 4K is pretty much useless. Like a lot of computers, the I don't want I'm gonna sound fucking stupid here. I don't know a lot about computers internally and shit, but some processor or something in there can only process so fast at 1080.
yeah,
So like when you go up to 1440, it like severely puts more strain on that part of the computer. So it's kind of like working 3 times as hard just to be like exponential, small, a small bit better.
um, that's how a lot of like computer technology is nowadays. Like
There's all sorts
those
of shit you can get into if you really wanted to,
like
build a whole PC.
they say that like or like the most powerful type of graphics card can't even run what it says it can run because the computer is not powerful enough to run it like the other components of the computer.
Right, that's what I'm about to say. Like, unless you have every component that's able to run this fucking 4K shit, like, it's pointless. Like,
Yeah.
you got a 4K TV, but your Xbox only runs at 1080. And so you're just kind of, fucking. And then they don't even make all the shows in 4K. So,
Yeah.
you know, you get 17 Blu-rays that are 4K, and you're like, all right,
It's gonna
cool,
be
got these
crazy.
ones.
It's gonna be crazy once we get like things that can actually run 4K.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Because then people are gonna be like there's gonna be a whole like shift in all of like social media and technology and stuff once we can actually start running 4K.
Oh yeah, I seen this fucking this TV the other day. I don't remember if somebody showed me the video or if I found it or whatever, but it was this TV. It was like this long square box, like TV stand looking kind of thing, and the TV was like this real thin, kind of like you can cut cardboard to like roll it up. It was kind of
Yeah,
like that, and it would like come out of the little stand thing, and it had these two arms that like popped up and held it up, and
I think I've seen that.
it was some wild shit.
But yeah, what I think is crazy is that Samsung made a thing called the wall. Literally a wall, like it's as big as a wall inside your house,
Oh yes,
and
I've seen this shit.
it's like a giant ass TV.
Yeah, it's
But if you
fucking
like get up close to it, you can see every little like
right. You can see all the
pixel.
pixels, right?
Yeah,
It's
which I
just
think is
that
crazy.
perspective, it's just so big. All the pixels, kind of like.
I kind of want to get one, but they're expensive as.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. It's probably like fucking
Like
$4,000.
imagine you walk into your rich friend's house and he just has the wall, and you guys are watching football or some shit. How would you even like plug in gaming systems into that? Is my question.
That would be interesting, honestly. Just play fucking.
You're playing Call
You
of Duty.
playing? I'm gonna say you playing some fucking shooter. And you're like, where? I fucking get dizzy just playing the damn game. I had to sit like 17 fucking rows back, dog.
Yeah.
I always thought about that, like at a movie theater. If you're like cool with the manager or whatever, you come in and be like, hey, on like a Tuesday, let me come in and bring in some
Bro,
fucking Call of Duty or something, dog.
some people be fucking crazy. Like the curved monitors that you can get.
Oh yeah,
Some people set like 3 of them bitches up, and so it makes like a whole circle around
right.
them, and they play video games. I'm like, how the fuck you? What?
I don't understand. I've seen like the extra long curved ones. Is like a double monitor wide, but it's
Yeah,
like curved. But
it's crazy.
a whole circle. Or have you seen that fucking that one? It's like a gaming chair and like a setup all in one. So it's a chair like the one I'm sitting in, and uh, it's got a footrest and everything, and then it's got the a thing that comes over you, and then
Yeah.
the screen is like right here.
Yeah, I've seen
Looks
that.
like a fucking scorpion or some shit. Motherfuckers be spending money on the fucking gaming setup, dog. I don't understand.
If I ever had a gaming setup, I would like if I ever had like a big gaming setup like that, I'd want it to be a car simulator.
That's what I was about to say. Like the only way I'd want to have some real big, intricate setup is like I got like the racing bucket seat, like damn near a fucking racing game at the arcade type shit. But like actual steering wheel. I got like a, a seat belt just for fun. Oh, I seen this one. It's like he's like Ukrainian or
Yeah,
Russian or some
I know
shit.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got this.
He put like every time he gets in a crash, he brings up the strength of the.
Yeah, like so he's it's like a whole fucking setup, like haptic feedback, but like for the car simulator. So every time he like fucking hits a pothole or something, he's like, boom, 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 boom. It's like the hydraulics and shit. It's fucking crazy. And he's like in this little ass apartment, just fucking
Yeah.
going ham sandwich.
There's a guy on YouTube that makes a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's made like stupidly, or he's made like stupid shit, and he made or like a one of those machines, but it did everything. So like he would like drive a car and it would like shake his desk and shit, and like he would like play like shooting games and it would shoot like fireworks at him and shit.
Oh, I think I've seen what you're talking about. Like he would do like a different one for each game. So like I think I've seen one where like his controller had like the um damn, I really don't remember what I know exactly what you're talking about. I can picture it so good in my mind, but I don't
He
remember what
wears
the
like
fuck.
a nice dress shirt and a tie a lot of times.
Yeah, I think so.
Or the other guy that I found on TikTok, I don't know where he's from, but he made like a recoil machine for his desk,
That's what yes, the recoil, yes.
and he fucking put it on 50 cal and shot it, and his shoulder just fucking
Straight fucking blew his whole shit
yeah.
out just trying to snipe somebody.
Or him and his friends, or him and his friends when they made the tank simulator
that
with the
that
soda
channel
bottles.
I'm gonna say that whole channel or what that whole group of guys or whatever it is fucking crazy. Like,
My
how do you
favorite
even
part,
come up with this idea to just be
my
like, all
favorite
right,
part of that video of the when they're playing the tank, or they have like the tank simulator set up, is when the guy's turning the thing and he rips it
yeah,
off and he's like,
oh no, he's like, I don't know how to turn. You gotta turn me with the tracks. But
it was funny though.
good lord. All right, so we've been chatting for a hot minute, so let's hop into the album and film of the week. So, T, I'll give you the honors as always. Which one you want to talk about first?
Album.
Who would have thunk? Rum ba 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 bum. the album of the week is the Free Nationals debut album, self-titled album. Sorry, I gotta plug the laptop in. You know the drill around here.
You know what's fucking crazy though? Before we get into the album, how much games cost nowadays?
Hello there, man. Okay, sorry. What was it now?
How much games cost nowadays?
Oh yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. $70 for a game, dog.
So the ultimate version of WWE 2K25, guess how much it is?
It's probably like $130. I wouldn't even doubt it.
$200.
What do you get? Like they better fucking bring John Cena to my
So
house.
they give you, or I think it's $200. It might be like 240 or 140. But so you get WWE 2K25, WWE 2K25 for Xbox One, WWE 2K24, WWE 2K24 for Xbox One, the Bloodline pack, the 5 DLCs that are supposed to come out post launch, Nation of Domination Rock,
God damn.
the Undertaker's stuff, the Dead Man's pack or whatever the fuck it's called. And yeah. Oh, you get some cosmetics for the world that they made for the game. So yeah, WWE 2K25 is gonna have a world like the NBA 2K games have.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna have like a world thing that you can do, and
Yeah.
it's like online and shit. Crazy.
I'm looking up the price of it real quick. $70 for the base game.
130.
130. That's just the Bloodline edition.
Yeah, but that comes with everything. Because
Oh,
that's,
is that not like
that's the
the
ultimate pack.
I thought there was like a.
So if you click on it, I think it will tell you what it comes with. I think you have to go into this.
View details.
Yeah, you have to go.
Okay, we ain't trying to do all that. Anyways, yeah, $130 is
Or you
fucking.
could just type it in into Google. Bloodline edition. Items or content.
The Bloodline bonus pack, WrestleMania 41 pack, The Rock Nation of Domination pack, Dead Man edition bonus pack, Wyatt 6 pack. I didn't know Wyatt 6 was spelled like that. Is it actually spelled like that?
Yeah.
SICKS?
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes me kind of hate them.
You get
15,000 virtual currency.
That's incorrect.
So with 2K24 standard edition digital copy.
So with the VC, it's like 115,000 because you get 15,000, you get like 32,500, and then like 65,000 or 65,500.
I'm gonna say I'm sure they give you all sorts of crazy shit in there, but
$130 for a fucking game.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy, honestly.
Stupid.
You wouldn't catch me. I'll just piggyback off of TT's games. Whatever he's buying is what I'm playing. Or Apex or
If you can.
something free. Yeah. I'm about to say nowadays. I'll be like, oh shit, TT downloaded a new game? Hell yeah. Ah, fucking God.
I can't even play it.
Can't have anything in this stupid fucking house. Alright, so let's hop into the album of the film of the week. Excuse me. So, the film of the week, or album of the week. Free Nationals debut album. Their self-titled album, Free Nationals. So, TT was listening to the album earlier, and what was your overall opinion / impressions of the Free Nationals?
I liked it.
Are you a fan of all the different sounding features, or are you down for a little bit of variety in an album?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I feel like a lot of the
you said different variety features, but then you also said, do you like different variety features in an album?
Oh, sorry. Do you like a more cohesive sounding album, or do you like a variety of sound in an album? Sorry.
Um, I mean, I don't really ever listen to albums that often. I usually just listen to whatever songs I like.
Fair enough.
So I don't really have a opinion on that. But from the people or from the albums or from the songs that I listen to, when I look at their albums, they're usually all cohesive and same people, not different.
Right. So, with that being said, what was your observation that you had when we were listening to the back half of the album while we were setting up the podcast?
Um, the I don't remember that guy's artist's name, but he sounded like no, the other guy, the artist that was on the album,
Uh, bu- 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 bu-
like
bu-
like Clicks or some shit.
yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, but I couldn't tell you his name. Let's see if we can pull it up on the Spotify real quick. Give him his due diligence here.
But either way, he sounded like Anderson Paak.
So yes, I wanted to get to that.
Is it Pack or Peck?
Pack Chronics.
Yeah, sounded like Anderson Paak.
But yeah, so it does sound a little bit like Anderson Paak, and if you haven't noticed, the whole album kind of sounds like Anderson Paak a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
The album sounds a little bit like Anderson Paak in my opinion, because the Free Nationals were the band that backed up Anderson Paak, like on his live tours and live performances, and a lot of his early work on like Malibu, the album
Most
of the
Wanted.
no,
Not
the
like
album of the
Most Wanted.
week from fucking way back when.
Oh.
And so yeah, they Anderson Paak got a name for himself, started getting big, teamed up with Bruno Mars, and then the Free Nationals were like, let's make our own kind of thing. And then they have a whole bunch of features come in on this album and do all sorts of crazy shit.
Speaking of Bruno Mars, what the fuck was his new song?
Dog, that shit was. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was AI. I still think it might be, cause that shit was crazy. I don't understand how he went from, when I see your face, fucking just to put that pussy on a fucking chain wax, dog. I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah.
Somebody sent that man a strongly worded letter.
Also, speaking on music,
Mm-hmm.
in the Grammys, I watched a video of Eminem, and he was talking. He was like getting interviewed, and he was talking about the Grammys, and he said the Grammys aren't even like it's not an actual vote. It's just what the people who run the Grammys, who they like, basically, and not like
I could see that, honestly.
it's not like a actual like vote like from the audience. It's more of a vote from the inside of the.
I feel like if it was like a kind of a American Idol kind of vote, I feel like it would have a little bit more weight, in my opinion. But
I mean, I feel like that's really every award, though. Like every award show, like the
yeah,
Emmys
it definitely kind of feels like
and all
a
that stuff. But
suck off fest.
also at like the Emmys and stuff, they did put Oppenheimer above Barbie.
I mean, obviously, it should have been above Barbie at least.
But I mean, like if you think about it, like I bet most people on the inside of the business were like, Barbie was so good.
I might say I feel like it definitely got hyped up a lot just because it's Margot Robbie and Barbie. It's like a fucking $1 billion company, so of course their movie's not gonna flop. But
I mean, I feel like the people on the inside of the industry were more wanting Barbie to win than Oppenheimer, because I feel like Oppenheimer was more like America, and most people in California.
I totally get what you're saying. I feel like
you get what I'm saying.
Barbie is definitely a good time movie, and I feel like as as crass as it might sound, I feel like good time movies have no business being in like award shows and stuff. Like, there's movies that are obviously, made
Flamed.
for the art of making the movie. And yeah, Barbie, as as decent of a movie it is as it is, it kind of felt like a cash grab. But
Is
they
lightning still over there?
they saw their opportunity and they took it. I don't see him, so
It
I couldn't
sounded
tell
like
you.
somebody went over there, like their stomach growled or
It's a possibility. I don't know.
something. Yeah, like it's just I don't really believe in a lot of the award
No, I totally get what you're saying.
ceremonies slash award season.
I'm gonna say like
Like
as
it'd be cool to go to one, but like I just don't really
right.
care about like the who won best da 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 this year.
Right. I'm gonna say as cool as it would be to be like nominated for something like that, I feel like in my opinion at least, it doesn't really hold that much weight because it seems like such a inside kind of you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it like goes off as some sort of sales or something or. But
I also think it's fucking crazy how many awards Kendrick Lamar won. He won like 6 of them bitches.
oh yeah, they'll make an award for anything. They'll be like, all right, so best use of a um damn
Best
uh
use of a keyboard in a song.
right. Best use of a indigenous person in a music video. I'm like, what the? How the fuck could we even get this far, dog? Okay, we just trying to find reasons,
We just
but
handing out awards left and right at this point.
right,
But yeah, I just don't like. I think it'd be cool to go to one just to like see everybody like dress up in crazy ass outfits and shit. But at the end of the day, I'd just be like, oh well, I'd
I
like
ain't even
show.
trying to be there, dog. It's like a 4 hour show, dog. That's fucking
Well, no, I'd
ridiculous.
show up for the fucking red carpet, but then I'd leave right after.
Right, just watch the show on TV. Fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll catch the highlights after. But
If I get an award, send it through the mail. I don't care.
right, type shit. Have somebody there
Yeah.
accept it for you. But speaking of award shows and movies and whatnot, let's hop into the film of the week. I have some opinions for you.
The film of the
So,
week is here.
what made you choose here?
It's a new film, a newer film.
Mm-hmm.
It's not specifically new to like the world, but it's newer to Netflix. So I
Right.
chose it. But um, I feel like there's some good parts in it, like the de aging effects, stuff like that.
Okay. So, hello. Okay. So, sorry. I keep fucking punching my microphone out. So, anybody else notice how Tom Hanks looked like he was in his 20s, but the chick looked like she was still 45 when they were young? Was it just me?
I mean, I recognized it after like watching it back, but
I was watching it and I
not
was like,
not while I was watching it the first time.
Tom Hanks looks acceptable to be a younger version of himself, but the chick kind of just looked like a 45-year-old chick. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I really overall like the story of the film is good, but I feel like the way they went about editing it was it could have been better. I'm not really a fan of like the fucking the end of a YouTube video pop up looking ass thing.
Yeah. The
The effect, like how they would
yeah,
transition between
yeah,
scenes
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit. Also, don't put that many fucking stories in a film. Like the black family, totally not needed in that film. The fucking the other family that comes and looks after the main family, like they're not needed. I don't like. I feel like there were so many. Like me and Sam were watching this movie earlier today, and we kind of were like, "All right, so why is this black family in this movie at all?" Like it literally just felt like we need to hit a diversity quota, so here we go. It didn't feel like they were. pertinent to the story at all.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
the Benjamin Franklin part was cool because like I guess just like historically, be like, oh fuck, it's Benjamin Franklin's fucking illegitimate whatever house or
yeah.
whatever. But I don't know. It was I have some qualms with it, but like I enjoyed the story of it all, but how they went about portraying the story, I have some issues with.
I mean, I think it was. I think they could have definitely made the story better. Like instead of they should have all connected. They should have connected all of the stories together, not just have them
Right,
all
that's what I was
split up.
saying. It kind of feels like
Like the black family at the end should have been like uh
the people
Tom
that
Hanks's kids or something.
no, it should have they should have tied together them actually selling the house to the black family. Because that I'm assuming they at the end they they when they're old they sell the house to the spoiler alert when they're old they sell the house to the black family
Yeah.
or the black family buys the house or whatever they should have connected somehow. Also the fucking Native American shit, the set for the Native American scenes, fucking hated that set. It looks so bad, so fucking bad. I don't know what it was, like the perspective or the angle of that scene, but fucking terrible.
It was all CGI, not a set.
That makes sense. That makes so much sense
But
why it looked fucking terrible.
I I like the idea. It's just that the execution wasn't really
Yeah,
great.
that's what that's kind of my takeaway. Like I enjoy the story. It was you know, I feel like there definitely could have been more.
Like instead of selling the house to the black family, why didn't you just like have it transition into Tom Hanks's kids taking over the house? It made so much more sense. And
Oh yeah, why didn't his daughter take the house?
yeah,
I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. Why didn't his daughter take the house? That didn't even. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
and then like the guy that would made the lazy boy,
Yeah, like what the okay, I guess. Like cool. But
they should have connected that to the military or Tom Hanks's dad. Like, so the story I think should have happened would have been Native Americans, right?
right. But cut them all out. We don't need all this fucking corny fucking bullshit. Like if you want to make a fucking story and they come back and you're like, "All right, so we need a diversity quota." Go with another fucking production company, dog.
Well, no, you could have kept them in, but like
It's not even pertinent to the story. Like
you could have shown. Okay, so this is a story that I was thinking could have happened. So the Native Americans, right? Girl gets pregnant, she has a kid.
right.
They get taken or they get moved because the uh
Trail of Tears,
Trail of
all that. Yeah.
Tears. They get like forced out, blah blah blah. And then the guys or then the colonial people come in.
Benjamin Franklin sets down, boom, right there.
Yeah, and then well, no, because the Trail of Tears happened way later than the colonial times. But anyways, the colonial people come in. Benjamin Franklin's illegitimate son, whatever.
Right.
Civil War happens. We go to the 19 or wait, no, because the Civil War was later. Okay, so we go to the 1920s ish time period.
Mm-hmm.
Guy, lazy boy, buys this house or builds this house. They have a kid. The kid is the military father of Tom Hanks. They sell it to military guy.
Was the lazy boy guy supposed to be the dad's father?
I don't think so.
Oh,
think it's
I'm
all
gonna say I don't
separate.
think yeah, because they bought the house and they're like after they
Yeah.
got back from the war. Okay, yeah.
Or you could keep it like they had it, where the lazy boy guy, they become filthy rich, move out. They sell it to the military guy. Military guy comes, lives in the house, gives it to Tom Hanks and his wife. Tom Hanks and his wife live through the house, raising the kid. The kid takes over the house, and then something happens, or the kid takes over the house, and then end of the movie.
See, I'm like, in my
Because they could have
opinion,
connected all of those timelines together. They just didn't do it.
like in my opinion, the Native American people and the black family are totally unnecessary. They they squeezed in the shit about the Native Americans just so they could have that one fucking weird interaction with some random ass guy that's like, "Can I dig up your backyard?"
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck did he come from? What the fuck is his story? Like,
Or they could have had, if they wanted to hit a quota, they could have had Tom Hanks date a black girl, and then that's a whole storyline between the
right?
dad and the
Like,
black girl not
look,
liking each other.
yeah, exactly. Like, I don't understand why.
But you know,
It definitely felt very Hollywood, for a lack of better terms. Like
I could have definitely written a better story for that whole
the
movie.
story. I don't have a problem with the story. The story is good.
The storyline, not the story itself, but
I mean, the concept of the story is good,
yeah.
and how they I'm gonna say, as you said, how they executed it was fucking terrible. Like, I was kind of excited for this movie. Was I the only one that thought this was gonna be like a fucking Forrest Gump and Jenny after,
I mean,
like
I
they
kind
have
of
a
thought that,
kid?
yeah.
Like, the trailer totally was like, here's Forrest Gump and here's the bitch that played Jenny. Like fucking, they didn't hint to any of the fucking shit that happened in the movie. Which
Yeah.
is like good to you on the one part, but it felt very, like, we got you,
Yeah.
kind of shit. Which, like,
That's
as I
what
said, the story. I really only finished it because the story was enticing, and I thought they were gonna go a different way with it.
so
But
you know how like generations have changed and everything,
yeah,
like throughout the years. Like we had the silent generation, or no, was it the silent generation? Whatever
I don't.
generation fought World War II, and then you had the like millennials and all them bitches,
Right.
um, that fucked everything up, and now
Right.
we're getting to like our generation who's trying to make it better.
Gen Z, Gen X,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Why do
Yeah.
I feel like the movie industry is like doing that right now? Like
What
we're
do you
in the
mean?
midst of the generation that fucked everything up. I'm not saying that like boomers and or I'm not saying like the millennials and everybody messed everything up, but
Right.
in the eyes of the world, they kind of did. But you know,
Well, I mean, I feel like there's definitely a bit of blame on every generation, but
yeah.
I get what you're getting at. Um,
Like I feel like there's a
I don't know.
transition
Yeah,
happening in Hollywood right now where it's like,
it definitely feels like if you're not woke enough and you don't want to be woke enough to play the game, then you're not really gonna get the kind of funding or whatever you're looking for. So
yeah, but then you have like all these young artists that aren't wanting that are either aren't woke or don't really care about being woke. Like they're just trying to bring back like the more raunchy and raw form of filmmaking.
right,
And I feel like that's what's happening is we're getting those people in, but then at the same time these companies aren't wanting to do that because they know it's not going to make money as of
well,
right
I
now.
mean, at the end of the day, if you know, you start like a Renaissance type shit,
Yeah.
I feel like eventually people will get bored of the same fucking stories. Some fucking animated story that they made into real
Cuz
or live action.
I feel like films nowadays aren't really getting seen by that many people because nobody's giving a fuck about any of them. Like they see the trailer and they're like, "Okay."
Oh, that looks cool, and then
Yeah.
never watch it.
Or they're like, "Oh, that's just another Avengers," or "That's just another da da da," or "That's just
Right.
another." Like, I feel like younger filmmakers right now are like trying to break that. Like we're trying to make films that are like original and trying to make films that are
Right, make
like,
stuff that you want to make, not
yeah.
something that some companies like. All right, so maybe what if we put an Asian chick in there?
I also feel
And
like,
we're like, well, this story is about fucking this group of four white friends. Like,
yeah.
it's not like
I
some Asian chick isn't gonna fit into the fucking story.
I also feel like commerce has fucked up the film industry so much now.
You say Congress,
Commerce,
commerce. What is that? What do you mean?
like people are more worried about the money than the
Oh
actual
yeah,
film.
yeah. Oh, I say studios aren't willing to take a swing and miss,
Yeah,
lose fucking $4 million on a movie.
and
I
that's
feel like that's also part of the problem that movies just cost so fucking much to make nowadays.
yeah.
Like,
Well, I
anything.
mean, I could make a film for half of what most people make films for nowadays.
Oh, right, but then it's gonna look half as produced. Like,
Well, I mean, just get like I can get people that do good jobs that don't need like I can get people that like Josh.
right.
I like he's filming my stuff and he's an amazing DP. Like he's crazy good at like if I filmed Spiff Different Kush, it would look like shit.
Well, right. I'm about to say, but like, if you're running a production that's got a budget and shit, you're gonna have to pay people, and
Well, yeah,
that's
but
half of
like
the budget, and then props and fucking uh blocking off a whole street for to get this one scene. You got to pay for permits and all this shit, and like,
that's why we film within the means.
well, no, I totally get what you're
Like
saying. I was gonna get back to my point, but I feel like there's definitely a lot of overspending on sets and shit. Just like little tiny shit that kind of adds up. But
also what pisses me off is like I've watched so many videos of like I don't know if you know who they are. Corridor Crew.
yeah, yeah,
I've watched so many videos of theirs and the fucking what's it called?
VFX.
Yeah, the CGI and VFX or no, VFX are different. The CGI VFX are like blood on set and shit.
Right.
But like the CGI in movies nowadays is so terrible because they've talked about this and they're like it's so terrible because there's so much pressure put on these VFX or these CGI artists that is not needed.
Right. I feel like they'd
Like
come in and like be like, all right, so you have this whole fucking like 35-second scene where we need Godzilla in the back to be spitting fire and
yeah,
the shadows to look correct, and you got 2 weeks to do this. And they're like,
yeah.
oh, so I don't know if you know how this works, but that's like a whole month just to render the Godzilla and
Like
like shadow balancing and all that
this
shit on top of it. It takes a long time.
this is why if I ever have a company, I'm not going to give prearranged dates for this shit to come out. Like if it comes out, it's coming out when it comes out. I'm not forcing it.
Right.
Like I'm going to let the artists do what they want.
I was
Cuz
gonna say,
the
I feel like especially if you had a company, you can fucking film one, send it to the edits, and then while they're editing,
work
film
on
something
another.
different.
Yeah.
So the work is always revolving.
Yeah. And like if it takes them time to do a VFX or a CGI, I'm going to give them that time so it's good and
Right.
it's meaningful to the CGI artists that worked on it.
Right. I'm gonna say
So they're
if
not
somebody can take pride in their work, they have that extra step,
yeah,
to
cuz
put the actual work into it. And
like I don't want like if I have CGI in a film, I don't want the CGI artist to be sitting in the auditorium or the movie theater with us while we're
mm,
pre-watching it before we send it out to billions of people to watch. But I don't want them to be like this fucking CGI sucks cock because I was forced to do this within 3 weeks and it takes several months to do.
right, like they'd be
Like
ashamed of the fucking VFX,
yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, don't fucking go see that movie. I did so bad at the VFX." And
just
I'm
like I
sure, like within the community itself, like they talk to each other. I'm sure,
yeah.
like, so when they're like, "Oh fuck, I fucking only had 2 weeks on this shit," and they fucking just went and sent it off, and I was like, "It wasn't ready."
Yeah, like I'm not gonna like push them like force them to do it, but I'm gonna be like, all right, you can't be taking like 3 days
Right. I
off
feel
every
like
fucking week. Like
right.
we gotta keep going. Can't just stop.
You got to come to an understanding that it's not an overnight kind of process.
Yeah, but like if it takes time, like if it takes 3 months, I'll give them 3 months. But I'm not gonna be like, all right, you can have 4 days off, 2 days work or no 4 days off, 3 days working on it for 3 months. Like I'm gonna be like every day, I expect you to come do some work, even if it's just like 10 minutes of work. At least do something to
Right.
push along the process of what you're doing.
Progressing daily,
Yeah.
as John Hill would say.
make yourself 1% better every day. But
Big facts.
I also wouldn't like push editors to be quick with editing. Like, how long did it take you to edit Spiff Diff and Kush?
A long periodically time.
And like, I don't feel like I was pushing you. Like, I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
he was on my back, dog. Don't let him
No, it
fucking
wasn't.
talk to you. This man was on my back every day. You edited this. You edited that. You take that fucking bullshit bloodshot mask off of the fucking film. You fucking piece of shit.
No, it
He
wasn't.
sent me death to the... I'm just playing.
But like, I wasn't like on your ass, but I was like, all right, so what's it looking like? How we doing?
Right.
If you're like, I didn't get it to it this week, I was like, all right.
I want to say when
work on
I
it.
actually did start editing, I had that whole week off, so I was kind of just in the zone, just edited my fucking eyeballs out.
Also, sorry about that.
It's whatever.
But
It ain't your fault.
yeah, like, I'm not gonna force people to do quick work for mediocre results.
Right. I don't blame you at all.
Just like the famous saying, if you want it quick and fast, or no, if you want it quick and good, it's not gonna be cheap. If you want it, you want it
I get
quick
what you're
and
saying.
good,
It's like, you know, you
it's not gonna
gotta...
be cheap. If you want it good and cheap, it's not gonna be quick. Or whatever, you know.
It's like one of
That-
those
yeah.
triangle things where it's like pick two, you know?
Yeah. I like that. Like,
Right, you know?
people don't understand that it's like that in everything you do. Like,
Pretty
I'd
much.
rather it be good and as cheap as possible, but
Right.
be at least something that everybody's proud of, not just
Right. I feel like as long as the editors and video effects people are like proud to stand behind what they've done, you know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know, that's you. What the fuck am I going to do? I can't fucking do VFX and all this crazy shit, you know. If this is the best you got, then you know, pay the man his money. So, with that being said, my ass is hurting from sitting in this chair. So let's hop into TT's talks. Let me switch this over to the correct audio output real quick. Ooh, ooh, ping. Hear me now? Okay, there we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3 TikToks. I'm not trying to get a fucking audio ban. Y'all get the vibe. He's dancing. Oh, yeah, somebody la paki si you of England. Somebody la paki si pinkati so ma. Oh, the fucking birds at school got me. That's pretty good.
low key me if I worked in a zoo.
Oh, God.
Bro, I feel like working in a zoo would be so much fun.
Potentially. As long as
Unless
you
you
send me
have to
into like a
feed-
bear enclosure or something, I'll be all right.
Unless you have to feed a polar bear.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's when it
I ain't
gets
trying to do
sketchy.
all that shit. This fucking guy. Oh, sorry, I got it. Forgot I had the volume down. We'll take it back.
Just tell us what happened.
Okay. One of them's called Skipper, and he's the leader of the gang.
Okay, you're wasting police time.
No, because I'm literally telling the truth.
Come on, Dave.
They were doing karate. They're working with the KGB. They've been trained
They are
by
penguins.
CIA. I was cleaning their enclosure. I found plans to assassinate a government official. One of them throwed up a whole stack of AAA batteries.
Really?
Told you I'm off the story.
Are you
I
though,
mean it
Dave?
this time.
Cut the shit!
I'm on patrol as normal. Next thing you know, they start coming out doing flips and shit, beat the shit out of me. No, I know that.
Your silence is my trade. Shut
Dylan
up.
and lightning.
Lockjaw.
The cat kills me with that video. He's just,
Oh,
my
just a
ear.
guy, just hanging out. This one's so fucking true, Doug. The first time I had steak, I had it well done because my mom ordered it for me. And I was like, all right, maybe I don't like steak. And then I cooked it for myself, and I was like, all right, maybe a little bit of red won't kill me. And I was like, oh shit, I can swallow this after fucking, 10 or 12 bites.
Did you hear what the barber said when he was getting his hair?
Huh. What do you say?
He's like this nigga chewing too hard.
Chewing hard as fuck.
This nigga chewing hard as fuck.
I didn't even catch that when I was fucking watching it earlier. All right, last one. Here we go. Oh, good lord. All right.
The way the dog jumps in that, he's just
What the fuck is? Oh, jump scare. Let's run it back.
when I walk up behind you on that one.
Swear to God. What the fuck? All right, I want to say thank you one more time for watching the Two Tone Podcast. All links to our hoo-ha will be in the description if you made it this far. You got anything else for him, T? Anything exciting?
Keep your eyes peeled. We're coming up, but, you know, it's taking a while. Taking them a hot minute to get everything ready, but it's going to happen. Keep your eyes peeled.
Period.
Also,
oh,
we need to get Nick Berry on here.
Yeah, we need to set up some sort of guest episode here. But yeah, hopefully we can get Nick Berry. I was talking to him, so.
What if we just get everybody?
That would be fucking ridiculous. We just show so everybody wants to be on the podcast. Show up to Planetary at 5:30. We'll pod for an hour and we can sign up for the fucking, you know, or what? That'd be fucking crazy. We just have like a rotating.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
Like every week we just have one person come on.
See, that could be
Type shit.
That could be an interesting concept because Evan, ain't nobody fucking listening to it now, but since we're at the end of the podcast. But anyways, since Evan wanted to do like a Kill Tony-esque kind of thing, you could after an open mic, you know.
You mean me?
Evan was talking about it and y'all was talking about it. Whoever the fuck had the idea. Anyways, have like a podcast set up with a third mic, and then you know, have it at an open mic, and whoever went up stage, if they want to, you know, hop onto the mic, talk about how their set went, you know, shoot the shit or whatever. That could be interesting.
Do you think that they would allow us to at Planetary though? With what's his name, Andy? Do you think Andy would want to stay at Planetary? Because usually he goes over to Smocktown.
I didn't say I didn't stay at Planetary. Like after their set, you know, like they do their 5 minutes and then you know, you can go fucking around the corner and fucking Tim and Tom are doing a fucking podcast together over there about.
That'd be a long ass podcast.
It'll be like, you know, an hour and a half, but you can edit it and shit. But just an idea. Anyways, this has been the Two Tone Podcast. Can't hear the fucking song again. God damn, I swear to God. One of these days.
By this time, John, but understand
You think, man, shut the fuck up.